It's so boring. I left my first studio because it wasn't recording well. It's really slow. Those things aren't taking so long to load. Internet connections is weird. Or YouTube right now is another fucking. What else? I'm seeking the apology for everyone that steals my money, gets in the way of my saving money. I'm currently at Carver Library because I don't have a home. Jane and Ken only have been separated from me since 2016 when Michael Norman raped me and Jorge Vides raped me. You could decapitate Jorge Vides, you can decapitate Michael Norman. I'm tagging the FBI, this post, NATO, Interpol, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department of the United States, the International Criminal Court. It's April 12th, 2025. You can decapitate Homeland Security systems and getting the world more safe. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? El tipo muy puerco no se da una operación. This internet connection is so slow. Anyways. This is slow. I'm hungry. Oh, money. You can decapitate King Leon. That steals my identity. You can decapitate with her main sort of sons. Her weakness. Your name. The way I'm using money. I think their names are Basura, Kerosida, Leech, Kakeroso, Kadipatan, Porco, I don't ever want that near me. I mean, Andrew, Amber, Alex, Basura. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I want my money back from those ventures where he and I painted individually. Anyone wants to keep the money and then pay legal prostitution and assist. O sea, son voluntarios la gente, a mamá le pena haciéndose pasar por mí. That's all the money that I have. Ew, you can decount this in una puerta. Four. You can decapitate him means sort of sense. The sons that rape me steal my money and didn't know they were receiving money. He's starving me on purpose for more than 30 years trying to rape me. I want him dead already. He's disgusting. He terrorized my parents decades ago to starve me trying to rape me. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. There's no such thing as first dose of my vagina. They're disgusting. They had one opportunity decades ago to be nice and they ruined that, so I don't ever want them in my life. They stole my money to date them, and then they went on to take other people out with my money. And then they raped me in my bedroom full without taking me out on a date. Ew. Ew, ew, while bragging about everything fun that they did with you diciendo a Liris que no es ni mujer, gente. Oh, qué asco. Ew, 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 ew. Ew, 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 qué asquerosidad este tipo, qué tipo tan puerco. You can decapitate and that it is so sorry que una asquerosidad. She stays in my homes without my permission. She steals my money so that I get raped. Ew, ew, ew. She's been trying to rape me, Jaden and Kehlani, before Jaden and Kehlani were born. She's disgusting. You can decapitate my homies, daughters, and sons that rape me and steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. Ew, 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 ew. You can decapitate a señora Ramírez Lorenzo. Esa tipa es una puerca. Fo. You can decapitate Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo. They use my money and take these bitches out on dates. Ew. Eso es peor que ver un mojón caminando, gente. Eso es peor que ver un mojón caminando. Ew. Down to the walking turd reference, he was saying. Ew. Ew. He's been raping people for more than 30 years, stealing my money so I can't date. Trying to find someone better than me or something. So I don't find anyone. El tipo da un asco, no sabe ni ser feo. That's why I don't go on to find out anything about him. That's why I don't go on to Myriad. Bullshit. They just adopt to one, raping one, and then behind the scenes they're like, ha ha ha, anoche la violé como 3 veces. That's usually how they behave. They're so gross. I want to order food from Uber Eats. I never. What else? 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 They wanted to know if I'm a Coachella today, so they stole my money. They're so dumb. They're so dumb. They stole my money to know if I'm at Coachella today. They caused my poverty to see if I'm at Coachella today. Oh, la gente tan bruta. Son tan bruto y bruto. Ew. Ew. You can decapitate Carolina Chávez de una basura que se quedó en mi casa sin mi permiso. Que me roba mis vehículos. Que me roba mi dinero. And gets in the way of me receiving money. She bullied me through Facebook in 2020. Not a woman. What else is this? Oh, él cree que yo sin abuela no puedo comenzar mi día. And así mismo va a morir pensando eso because it's like she got herself to the library. Most likely with that attitude. Said my babe really well. Has been working top every day even though she doesn't have electricity in her home. Y él dice que yo sin abuela no podía comenzar mi vida. No asco. Oh, he bullied Gloria Nirsa to death. So gross. He bullied Gloria Nirsa to death. He took advantage of that. Oh, ¿cuánto le habrá robado? For. Ew. Ew. Dorianisa was an orphan that had been already abused by the family that took her in. And these leeches are so gross, fighting for penis and vagina. Son una vergüenza, gente. Eso no vale nada. Ew, 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 ew. Dan un asco, gente. Mira eso da un asco. Esa tipa es una puerca. Decades ago, I was a small child and she threatened me to stay away from her kin. El tipo es un puerco, una basura, basurín, más bellaco, asqueroso. People call them. They don't have names. People are like Andrew, Alex, so basurín, bellaco, asqueroso. Whatever, basura, basura, basura. Listen, I the next week. Que carajo me tiene que importar. Si esas son canciones que él le dedica a las tipas que se lo maman ilegalmente o no. ¿Qué carajo me tiene que importar eso si yo quiero que él se muera y yo vivo mi vida escuchando like that's the radio? El tipo es un puerco, una basura, no entiendo social cues. The international record exists. I'm seeking the death penalty for behaving so the times the sons are making so I don't even know where's it. Anyways, I'm on my way back to Catholic Church. Y me vino feligreses y el cura que se quedó en mi casa sin mi permiso. Y me robó mi dinero. I can do this all day if necessary. No, I don't want to. Anyways, possibly Alicia can stay in my house without my permission too. I don't know anyone. I don't go on to find out. Él es el que quiere atormentarme con eso. El tipo es un bruto. Si yo lo pudiera cortar en pedacitos y matarlo de una, I would. El tipo es un puerco, una basura, una asquerosidad. Es a rape, es a murder and thief. You can decapitate them, varios hábiles. You can decapitate a Ido Carrero. Is he dead already, finally? Then I saw the census says that rape me steal my money. You have a lot of mercy money. Wanted to commit suicide today. You can decapitate a Ido Carrero. Oh, did they go on to VJ and Kehlani and try to rape them and be like, "Qué nene tan lindo"? Así parecen, gente. Le roban el dinero a una. Son un asco. You can decapitate Migdalia Carrero. Ew. I know what testifying in court is, so my demeanor describing them is fine. They plan to use that content later on to terrorize me when I don't remember, possibly. I stay away from them. My dad wants them dead ASAP for that reason. I'm bored. I'm bored. What was I gonna post today? I was gonna be posting Mario. I wasn't it though. Mira, ¿qué le pasa a esa tipa tan cuero? You can decapitate some of your little family. They want to know when showers, literally. Ew. Gross. They're gross. I was like, oh, find me looking for real. Yeah. Ew, 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 ew. Ew, they're so cliche and how dumb they are. Ew. Ew. I'm gonna keep posting them. And they're like verbatim to your verbatim. Okay, so look, I swear I'm a sexy. Él es un adicto al sexo, una basura, and he uses me. He's forcing me to beg for money. While he keeps it paying people while he's like, oh, I have a nice time. Porque eso nunca se ve Toribio. Es lo que son ellos son Toribio, fíjense. I don't know what Toribio is. Ew, ew, ew. El tipo es un puerco. Bueno, sé que es un puerco, es una asquerosidad. Fo. Anyways. Currently, besides music, I wanted to save them. Like, what else? What else? What else? Oh my goodness. I want to order food for myself through Uber Eats. And I don't have money. You can decapitate me. This is so annoying. No annoying. I don't know what I'm saying. You can decapitate la leche y darle de sus se queda en casa sin mi permiso. Se toma mi café sin mi permiso en mi casa. La tipa no leer cabronas asquerosita. Y esos tipos se la maman a ella. Ellos son worse than un STD que yo no quiero near me ever. They're trying to remove my libido by bragging and saying, Nina, yo una vez te violé luego de que le mamé las tetas a Jane Dalí. That's why he lives for still, killing people. Ew. So, no quiero eso near me ever. Is he being conditioned to hate me because I didn't illegally prostitute myself to get my nails done? What else? What else? What else? What else? I've heard. Ese como que lleva 5 años y no se va a prostituir legalmente para hacerse la uña. Eso me dijo Marilyn, que si no se prostituye rápido e ilegalmente para hacerse la uña, que me olvide de ella. Todo eso me dijo Tito, eso me dijo Marilyn, eso me dijo Evelyn, eso me dijo Ginny Lili, eso me dijo papi, eso me dijo eso me dijo el otro. Nene, well, they're carrying an alibi with him, and that isn't even a good choice. All fucking day long, es un puerco, una asquerosidad. What else? Where is that link? I can update it from my own. What else? Okay. I'll turn the link was them. Oh. I was gonna try. Entonces la leche solo una camisa. Yo no te quiero. Yo like, mi amor, mira este mundo. Y tú lo estás tallando, gente, voy a matar. And that's what they do. They try to get into one's head as if like this is the man, the only man that I could be with when this isn't even a man. They want me to keep Toribio for them to try to move on into an actual man. They that's how they this because they want me to show that I want them to have been together. Wow. Also, porque he wants the young kids to be paid by policy them to have a divorce. So I would see what that is and so that I would run to him before that would happen. Decades before, he had threatened me. When the young gets divorced, that's your cue to let me rape you, okay? I don't succumb to threats. I don't. That's like so on the back of my head. Yeah, people get one. Tipo isso, oh, my gosh, tú te imaginas él cantando eso a Jenny Chandelier. Decades ago, I heard exactly through that song. Ew, ese tipo es una puerca trying to kill people, trying to get to the next best thing. Ew, anything that she considers prettier than her, she wants it gone, trying to get a an advantage in dating. La tipa es bruta. Eso es como ver un mojón caminando. Tan asqueroso. Soy de dónde salió eso. ¿Qué carajo es eso? So I'm gonna remove that immediately. What else? Lord. Ya que me cambié de mis everything was down with money and then no one. And that's That may be why she meant Sonia Little Chapman. Acaba y humíllate de que él me la mamó a mí y a ti no. Y de que él me paga para que me haga pasar por ti. Y conmigo tuvo bebés y conmigo no te conoce. They're so embarrassing. Cool. They don't know how to be women. Oh, do people say, show him my picture? And say before you were born, you don't need a mentor because she will never talk to you. But if you're ever in danger, maybe she'll help you with that. Except that woman before you were born, Jaden. Those are all the same poor Jaden. If that's what his mother is, then it's gonna come to be like, oh. So this, like, he knows he has poor Jaden Chapman. They condition them to think like, and they make us to school, say to Jaden money. My brother says that he's poor Jaden Chapman. Or Ariana from the Jaden money. Poor Jaden. What else? What else? I didn't want to meet Sonia Battle Chapman. I didn't want to have sex with her. I wanted to have sex with him first before adding people. Full. And people literally took me hostage. Like, I'm a hostage right now. I'm ready to leave and do anything that I want to, even though I'm with the library. And then if I had run into him, or I felt like inviting him over to do something, I would have, but he doesn't want to date with me. I disgust him. That was so pretty and smart and always do the right thing. Then he wants to kill me. And he gets a huge following of bleachers and yeah, watching it. Wow, he's so handsome. What else? So I did the job of talking to myself. Look at that. Marido y mujer. I believe in equality. That had already achieved coronavirus status without crying on the internet that I'm starving. Little they want fame. They're so gross. They're an embarrassment. Yeah. Please spare me of the mockery. So there. The gente that's his significant other decades ago. That was gone. What else? 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 Oh, and some my human rights were for the United Nations was before his birth, so I think I just there doesn't say there que no tengo que pasar con Lorenzo para poder vivir en esta vida, ni que tengo que dejar que David Lettuce me viole, ni que tengo que dejarle todo mi dinero a él para que contrate a alguien que le dé un mejor caso, haciéndose pasar por mí. El tipo es un puerco, el tipo es un puerco, yo no tengo que trabajar si no fuera. I want Sonia Alvarado Chapman dead right now. Poor Jaden Chapman. Poor Jaden Chapman. Did my siblings coerce me to record all of that to hold them back? Well, if Arlene already said poor Jaden Chapman, I'm just gonna be a bad mom. I would never treat my children with such disrespect. What else? What else? What else? What else? These people are so disgusting. Why do they even call it? Ew, qué tipo tan fea. Oh, eh, that person I thought I was going to charity. Oh, did he kill Gloria Mirza? Thinking that, oh, Gloria Mirza's dead. And no one gave me money. It's because I'm sick of the death of different people. Like, no, no, more people need to die. There's a Cindy out there that's like, keep going, keep going, keep going. It's that more people need to die. And then you'll get your money. It starts with your mother, then your second cousins are coming, your siblings too. Let's see how many people you can kill in self-defense. I thought you were using your hands to do. What else? 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 Medyo mga kuya ang dicho. Arlene, and you sabe shortly comida. No te acuerdas de cuánto Fidel tuyo es. Dame un asco. You can decapitate a los carreros. Me están tratando de matar. And they're like, maybe we'll be the one and only. That bitch, that gets away with their mom. Terrorizing as a 3-year-old to stay away from her man. Yeah. Fool. He's not a man. So, like, whatever. What else? 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 You can make a really hard one there. I'm not harassing people on Facebook. Jail sounds like a plan. For her, I guess. You can decapitate Julie Halbert there. You can decapitate Sonia Battle Chapman. You can decapitate Nina Tyson. Seriously. You can decapitate Sonia Battle Chapman. You can decapitate Sonia. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I don't know. Suicide of liberation. What else? And a plan to kill them and stuff. I could have been to JW Mario Dinosaur. What are these little things under his wife? If they were, he wouldn't treat me badly. What else? What else? What else? What else? No spouse would ever be treating someone else this badly like he treats me. Ew, él no sabe lo que es lo que significa la palabra esposa. O esposo. One of them married because he didn't the lady lots. Que no es mi mujer, gente. Es una esposa. No, pues, una vergüenza. Whatever, I'm married. Anyways, I did with a little bit of hard work. I was seeking the death penalty publicly. There are some rebels and her crew. Luchas and hijo de Benavides ahora Lorenzo. Que quería que yo me matara. At the thought of like, oh, my God, whatever. I don't want to find out any of the such ever. Oh, she and I never talked about him. I didn't recognize her at the pool. All my kids were at the pool when she was there too. And she would say hi to me. And I didn't say hello. And see, I started to find out more. Like, if there are other people, if I'm sorry, I don't know. I said, I'm trying to. I'm not ready. More. This is una guerra de iPhone by Samsung, porque Sonia, this is an iPhone, not the same Samsung. Un tipo de jugador como basura, una asquerosidad de lo everyone him near him. Él no tuvo juguetes supuestamente decades ago as a child. So he goes on to rape people. He's extremely dangerous. I don't ever want that near me. Basurín. Basurín. ¿Cuál de los dos más puerco? Así se refieren. Hacia ella en Brady's negocio. Wow, what a historical moment, gente. What a historical moment. I'm gonna watch a series of Soleil show, ideally drawn to life. What do you think? What else? What else? What else? I'm so bored. Is this live still? What else? Él se cree que mi lavadora y secadora no. That's why they leave one without electricity without them. And this seconds ago, he may have come from those patterns. To me, it's still disgusting. Y mira todo, él se cree que yo jugarlo. Mira todo, y te dices, ya que lo hiciste contigo. Y con tu propio dinero. Se cree que yo hago así. Tan puerco, ya no está en once bien. Y no es también. Okay. I think so. I don't know if I shake my water. Okay, my phone from the scraper on. What else was this? I'm so hard. What was I gonna post? Updated post. The internet was slow for a moment. I need a new phone. I need a new phone. I missed it. What's going on here? Oh, he thought that I was still to his level decades ago, and I would have all the proof of like, mira cómo me acosté con el novio de Sonia. Mira cómo me acosté con el novio de Marilyn. Mira cómo me acosté con el novio de Ginny Gendali y suegra que sufre. Tengo un asco, they're so outdated in their words and their behavior. Ew, they're embarrassing. They are so disgusting. Que no se te olvide que también él se la mama a Margie y a Magali together con dinero que te roba y luego de que te violó. I have no interest in this leech ever. Eso no sirve. Eso es una basura, una asquerosidad. ¿Quién se va a encargar de sacar este excremento del planeta? Ese FBI, Interpol, International Criminal Court, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. Es una vergüenza, una asquerosidad. Ew. Yo no lloro por él, nunca, ni voy a comenzar a llorar por él, nunca. Él no es ni un hombre. I'm very much asexual. I love Jaden Kiloni. And when I'm financially stable, I'm trying to meet people ideally polyamorous. I'm excited about that. What he has is a illegal prostitution ring of people that want to rape me, as I said before. Still to this day, they're disgusting. Son una vergüenza al planeta, for real. What else? 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 Él se cree. Cuando se muera, la gente va a decir no había nada más orgánico, nene, esos son brutos, is what people are gonna say. ¿Qué tal si no hubiésemos tenido nada, ni Samsung, ni Spotify? He thinks that then he could have gotten away with raping me. Ew, 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 ew. He is showcasing his fresh new Lacoste. Él se cree que yo no me doy cuenta de la basura que él habla todavía. Fo, 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 fo. Look at my Lacoste. Ew, he used to say decades ago. Fool, like I'm wearing my BMW bag. And my money. And my homes. And you stop staying in there every day or keeping the key every day or letting a leech. Él la deja a ella que se mi casa sola. Y ellas tienen toda su serie en Snapchat y él tiene su serie en Snapchat quedándose en mi casa sin mi permiso. Esta basura went on to lose my virginity for me. They're disgusting. You can decapitate Evelyn Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Yadier Lorenzo Chaparro. You can decapitate Evelyn Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo. Dan un asco. Ella se queda en mi casa sin mi permiso y lo publica en Snapchat, thinking que se está burlando de mí. Ella lo que está providing es evidencia de que es una bruta asquerosa, no acuerdo. Y de mí nadie se burla. Ellos no entienden el concepto de burla todavía. La burla es ella. Eso da un asco. You can decapitate Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Yesenia Ramírez Lorenzo. You can decapitate la Lich Carolina Chávez, que es una basura. You can decapitate Evelyn Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Yadier Lorenzo Chaparro. You can decapitate Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Berenice Venegas. I possibly spent a weekend in my home without my permission while she and I were working at Nordstrom together. Shows all her sorority sisters. This hoe is so dumb. I was with her man in her home. Wow. That's what they live for still. Yeah, poquita cosa. You can decapitate Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo. Okay, that spells that she's trying to kill me. You can decapitate Evelyn Lorenzo Acevedo, que no sirve para nada. Oh, that's Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Evelyn Lorenzo Acevedo, que no sirve para nada. Eso peor que un excremento. You can decapitate Evelyn Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo, que es peor que un excremento. You can decapitate Gilbert Lorenzo Acevedo, que es peor que un excremento. You can decapitate Edgar Muñoz Carreras, Dios for me, Jaden Kiloni. You can decapitate, eso es peor que un excremento. Ginny Gendalis, Cindy Lorenzo Suárez, una basura. You can decapitate Claudia Gabriela Martinez Urias. Oh. In the meantime, I need money ASAP. This I did in 2020. Under the poverty level homeless. And I have on my credit card. But I'm a victim of theft, domestic violence, stalking. Oh. So I was working a job I couldn't sustain. Having a credit card because I had to lower my hours and all the stuff there. You can laugh at me privately. They're a mockery of themselves and they don't get it. That's why I hope that they get the death penalty. Like I'm praying for that. Oh, the court prays, I've heard. What else? And I don't even work to put them in jail. I just follow the motions of the abuse towards me and report the abuse towards me. Either way, if they're not dead due to the death penalty, I'm fine as long as I'm not a victim of death, domestic violence, and abuse and rape. Because I don't ever think about them. They're disgusting to me, all of them. Anyways, I'm trying to upload a picture onto Facebook. I want another snack. Those are so pretty when I shop. I want to get on a cruise strip with the Ritz Carlton yacht. What else? 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 ASAP. Ideally, within the next 4 months, I need to shop for myself. I don't have a wardrobe. I don't have money. He thought that I was gonna compare myself to Sonia Alvarado Shopman. What do they have in their wardrobes that belong to me that they steal? How many times they've been in my Maserati instead of me? That's why he does it. That's why he steals my money. El tipo por se cree que yo vivo fuera de un Maserati. I seek safety and fun. I'm allowed to do that. El tipo es un puerco. El tipo es un puerco. La basura más grande de este planeta es peor que un excremento. You can decapitate Sonia Alvarado Chapman. You can decapitate Benjamin Sarrazin and Sissons that raped me. You can decapitate me young Kim that possibly had babies. To have a divorce before mine, hoping that they will get a chance to rape me. Ew. You can decapitate Carlitos Basura, Benjamin Sarrazin, Sissons that raped me and steal my money and get in the way of receive money. When does that happen and when will it be posted on CNN? Anyways, I'm starving. I'm gonna take myself out to dance at Garden next week. I've heard victims complain about that in court all the time. It's like, when does this trial end? And I'm innocent, so this feels like torture. We not having money. So many people working from home, getting me comfortable to continue testifying against the people that abuse me. So terrible. And a good reset for a lot of people. Like, she did the right thing with her kids for a while, talked about it, and they were like, okay, now it's our turn. Now you go seek the death penalty for people. Let's see how uncomfortable they made you feel in your childhood. We'll wait, la ha 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 ourselves and say, when is the right moment to give her money? When she doesn't post about any arrests or backtrack, like, look at this. He was arrested in 2001 while I was in Kabul. Like, really? Yo mamándome las tetas. Antonio Moore, y él estaba en la cárcel por robarme dinero. Good. Que él estaba en la cárcel por robarme dinero. He's nothing to me. What else? CEO is taken to this chair now. What else? 772 Yoga Park. I need a mat. Now for the snack or book. Maybe stay a little bit after stretch. What else? Anyways, I miss running with the gear and just cut it off. Stretch okay, don't. Why don't you want to run? It's like, okay, whatever. Or come on, start with me and then you can quit. I'm like, okay, I will do that, then I'll join you again. And then I'll join you again. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, there's so many good pictures here. I'm picking this one. Oh, look, it doesn't matter if they've aged it in Kelani. That's why La Leech steals my money to mock me and be like, really, you have a picture on your GoFundMe campaign from 2020? Our is 2025. That's them bragging that they've held my kids hostage away from me for that long. I know the language. They're so gross. No, more pictures. They asked me decades ago, biggest pet peeve. I'm like, ew, what you all do trying to kill each other. He's like, then that's how we're gonna continue trying to kill you. They can't retaliate towards me for not wanting to have sex with them. This is gross. This is not only a violation of my rights, it's like a human turd walking out there raping people for more than 30 years. He's disgusting. What else? What else people say when Arlene sees him? She's like, who's that human turd walking? For real. For real. At least one of them. Or all of them. I don't know. So I updated my post earlier. From earlier. What else? What else? What else? These aren't thinking about years. These are like, oh my god, I'm just here with handsome, literally. And it wasn't the same first. What else? What else? What else? What else? That dress, I think I loved. It was O'Neill or something like that. It was in Florida too. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I got it at the BX. I did a lot of shopping at the BX in Florida versus other places, I think. Oh, but it was like those hoodies. Those hoodies from Roxy for adults were there and other brands. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? ¿De dónde saqué la idea para las? What else? 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 And I have more pictures for me to share tomorrow. Where are they? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, they thought I would give up one kid. Like literally. Yeah. And that was within days of taking one picture and then the other. This was in San Agustin at a breakfast place that I found on TripAdvisor, most likely. And then this was on in Clearwater at a pizza place. I can't remember the names. I know, like every time that we arrive to a town, I visit someone's grandma because that's like visiting someone's grandma. What else? What else? What else? I think we were headed over to the beach later that day. That's why it was like really early. This was a brunch place. Oh, my eyebrows are through my mouth, isn't it? Wow, wow, wow. Some people say it's one trying not to kill someone, but it's still they're shaped nicely. Oh, do they say? Why is it that you look at mine and you're like, that's or they're like, I can't, like, I don't read your mind. Love those. Anyways, so some people's artistry are like, someone saved me. I'm living with this man every day. Well, I don't have any money. What else? That's why he did the married thing on Facebook. Also, it's networking. If I talk to him privately, he would be like, I even accepted your married request on Facebook or added you as my spouse. Okay, he's the one that sent me the request. And no one gave you money? I was trying. Oh, porque that mayor doesn't mean me está manteniendo. The leech, though, es tan bruto y tan asqueroso y asquerosa. They're like, oh, si if they're married, then parece que ella la va a mantener toda la vida. Ew, pero esto no habla todavía así. Una asquerosidad. Fucking de tan puerca. Ew. Anyways, I'm admiring these pictures. Oh. And I downloaded some more that I have in my Google Photos. What else? 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 Oh, I barely posted on Facebook yesterday. Or did it? No, I posted. Oh, but that wasn't like that much. On some posts, it says you get the cover take a look at yourself. She's alive. Her death is recent, so I don't remember. Anyways, I'm a huge proponent of dollar stores. You can give me dollars in person through PayPal. It's AR Blue Sky Designs. Color lo que estoy pensando straight to my heart. Ali Lorenzo Art Shop. INTAY. I am Tire Shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/Arlene-Lorenzo-11. You can decapitate everyone that steals from me. You can decapitate everyone that stays in my home so don't work permission. You can decapitate everyone that gets in the way of your money. I need money ASAP. I need money ASAP. What else? 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 Yeah, the people don't put coffee. There's a word for love, basura, but in psychology, there is a word so that one never thinks like maybe he loved me, he didn't, he doesn't. He doesn't even respect himself. Yeah, so one should never like become hostage of the people that will try to take one in. With oh poor you, he's dead. He would have loved you. Si te hubiese puesto en cuatro more often for him, or at least once. And those are people that support rape. They're so disgusting. Ew, ew, ew. You can decapitate Sunset Stanley. What else? I need another snack. I need another one. And there's cooking books. Mm-hmm. What else? I'm cleaning my apartment today. I think there's trash there. Take it. Else. Bored. Extremely bored. You can decapitate everyone that steals my money, that gets in the way of me receiving money. He killed Gloria Mirza over a comment over spandex while she was gauging what does he need so he doesn't kill himself and kill us. Ew, ew, ew. Tipo un bruto, una asquerosidad. Wants me to wear his clothes just because he wants to. Ew. Pero una asquerosidad, una basura, un malagradecido, fo. Lo peor que hay en este planeta. Fo. Ni el único ni el primero, ni siquiera el quinto. What else, por lo que he escuchado. Porque él es blah, 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 I don't understand Spanish or English around my family, but I understand, it sucks. But then he sees someone with a 35,000 square home, and then he remembers every language that he knows. Rosetta Stone, people call her other people. What else? And in orgies. People say eso en una orgía es Rosetta Stone. Para mí eso es un cuero basura asqueroso que viola. What else? I'm starving out of my first food. You can decapitate my homies, understands the sons that rape me, steal my money, and get in the way of receiving money. Ooh, the stats are unbeatable. Sweet potato and soup in a while. I want frittata. Quinoa in a frittata. I don't want actual eggs. What is this egg for? Chickpea flour. That's interesting. What else? I love a kosher next to it. Not more salmon. What else? I'm bored. Though these are interesting. What else? I miss cooking. I was having a kitchen. What else? I'm bored. I want to eat salmon with asparagus instead of white. Well, rice. Now Motherland sounds so good for lunch. Oh, I love that bread. And the coffee. What else? He wants me to follow a pattern of like I'm Latino, but I don't even know what that is. I don't go on to study it either, if that even exists. That's not in my nature. Anyways, I was cooking for myself plantains for my chibi. The sauce I adopted to it. I ended up not adding salt afterwards too. I complained that it felt bland, but that's because this is really good for my bland diet, permanent GERD. So I don't want to eat like a lot of peppery or what is it? Alcoholic or what is the citrus because it'll ruin my stomach. Anyways, guess who got me GERD instead of a house and a life together? La leech que me violó, steals my money, gets in the way of me receiving money. One of them sat next to me in my bedroom to my left side and said, well, since you don't want a relationship with me, I'm gonna get the links to prove so that you die. So does he go on and brag and says, Barbie has the ring that I gave her inside her esophagus? Eso un puerco, una basura. Does he not respect the pain that I felt when my esophagus was inflamed? When my babies were like, what the fuck is going on here? just looking at me like panicked. Ew, ew, ew. You can decapitate a Hamain sons that rape me. You can decapitate a Camino Stateros just from me dating Kaylani. You can decapitate everyone that has caused my starvation, steals my money, stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles, and gets in the way of my receiving money. You can decapitate La Leash, Eveliva Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate David Lorenzo Chaparro. You can decapitate Marily Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Berenice Venegas, that even though I met her in San Antonio, she was already like, hi, ready to face with this. She's maybe she dies and she won't kill us in self-defense. And people say, but then there's the FBI and the Supreme Court. I heard it all while I was growing up. No me digas que lloro cuando yo estaba en el hospital que I had GERD. Sin yo conocerlo, porque I don't know this leech. He's just a relative of my parents, specifically my dad. You can decapitate Richie Hill that raped me in 2023. You can decapitate the Señora Miriam Lorenzo. Behind the scenes que dijeron. They think I live for that. Ew. You can decapitate whoever sent me this message through the contact form on my website, leelorenzoart.com. As long as it's not dating Kaylani abusing me as to causing Kaylani to separate from me. You can decapitate la Lich, Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo, que ya se viola pensando en mi for. You can decapitate Carolina Chavez. You can decapitate Katie Leon. You can decapitate Carol Cristina, whatever her last name is. You can decapitate Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Evelyn Lorenzo Acevedo, que se queda en mi casa sin mi permiso, que me roba mi comida, me roba mi agua, me roba mi vehículo, my BMWs. I haven't been able to drive them. They were from Nuevo, 1996, 1997, 1998, 1999, more than one in one home. Y esta Liz se iba a mi casa a manejar mi vehículo como si fuera un Disney ride. Porque she's oh, that's her revenge, she says. Her parents, my parents didn't take her to Disney after my birthday, so you can't be patient. Even if it's at the age of 20. She's like, no, porque by then, fulana, distant relatives will have been to Disney at least 3 times. I'm like, who is counting, computing, psych? So ella y Pablito quedaron un asco. Dicen Arlene should die. For Gloria near San Ramon not taking Evelyn and Madeline and Gilbert to Disney, so of course suck my dick and you can get in Arlene's vehicle. It's what they say. They're like the worst why they're still alive. I want them dead right now, even if it means I have to wait like 6 months for people to get over and give me money. I won't be happy if it'll survive 6 months in an apartment without electricity. And free food from Catholic Charities, the Salvation Army. Food stamps and food stamps until August. What else? You can decapitate my homies, sons that rape me and steal my money and get in the way of receiving money. They stole my money for me to date them, then they would enter my bedroom unannounced without my permission and rape me and then brag about them. Going on dates y que con María Luisa Rosa or Ginny Yandere y Lorenzo Suárez, que son una lacra, basura, asquerosidad. Or con Yesenia Roman Feliciano, or con Jennifer Marie Vasquez. Ew, he stole my Bitcoin right in my face in my bedroom and transferred to her. Because he didn't want to have sex with him. He stole my money to date him. And raped me. I don't want that piece of shit near me or in me ever. Que asco. Oh. He's getting the telenovela that he wants. He says, Él es tan cuero, una basura. That's why he doesn't give me money. He's like, wow, finally. El previo que yo le dije a usted de Andrés y fulano y el combo. Me ven por internet. He's gathered a grouping of people that don't give a fuck about him. That he's like, Veralo, in 40 years, she's gonna be non-novia and crying. And now I'm gonna get this telenovela that I'm gonna record those videos. So I can jerk off to it. El tipo es un enfermo, una basura. That's how they try them. One doesn't seek the death penalty for them publicly or expose them. I think their names are Alex, Ivar, Basura, Andrew. Pégate fuego already, mátate. I know what testifying in court is. My dad even took me to a trial de los tres pendejos esos que supuestamente mataron a alguien o salieron libres. Who cares? I mean, only her family cared about her, or she had friends, but people get over that situation very much quickly for the most part. They're not like crying all over it every day. So I've witnessed in court in person people testifying and being uncomfortable. Not like what else? What else? What else? One of them used to serve me milkshakes. I had a pizza face that his dad had. I'm like, there's that guy that's heading to Chelsea. Or not. Lovely milkshake. Thank you. What else would I say? He's presumed innocent until proven guilty, and even after that, he has a right to be taken out of jail or for good behavior. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I want something like this right now for me to eat. Or electricity in my apartment. So I'm willing to. I'm gonna cook for myself. Anything wrong? I love roasted potatoes. What else? 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 So I'm willing to sacrifice the next 6 months winging it in town, even without a home, and sleeping on a bench. If that means that they get killed in self-defense for me, and then people start the outpouring of money. You can give me money in person through PayPal. It's AR Blue Sky Designs Call. And lo que estoy pensando, straight to my heart, Ali Lorenzo Art Shop, INTAYIAF. And I am Tire Shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/f/Arlene-Lorenzo. I don't think I could survive. I mean, someone could. I don't want it as a violation of my rights to what I just said. I know since a lot of people want to play that, even possibly the FBI. Trying to see what I remember, squeezing me until like all the blood comes out from me. Feels like. About what else do I know? What do they confess behind the scenes? Like I'm like bottled water, and they're like, oh, by the way, I killed 3 people over bottled water one day, and the FBI's like duly noted. That I've been doing this since 2020. Before that, but exhausted. Oof, a long time ago. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Only one screenshot. Rest in peace, Serafin Lorenzo. When he dies, I'm never attending his funeral, anyways. Porque they stole my money to date me, and then the elders were panicking. It's like now at orgies we feel raped. And como es que Monjita here doesn't have a boyfriend with tan linda and cute and good that she is, como que ahora las monkeys están driving her vehicles without her consent. So they ruin the sex life of a lot of people. by stealing my money so I couldn't date, by terrorizing Gloria Nilsson. This isn't another Latina sob story. Since when? Oh, he wants me to survey how many of these people are actually Latinos. That's what he thought I would do. Is that how he rapes people? He's like, so he's like, are you Latino or not in your opportunity home? What else? What else? What else? El tipo es un puerco. El tipo es un puerco. Se le dio todo lo que necesita legalmente y él entonces comenzó a robar tan puerco para que si él se quiere ir a un castillo en España y estar teniendo orgía 24/7, no one's gonna judge him for that. Y el que se quiera llevar de Puerto Rico a España, he can, or when he visits Puerto Rico, he could visit and do that. And he's like, I don't want words. Decades ago, doesn't want words from the FBI, bitch. For real. For real. Qué tipo tan puerco. So annoying that even when he talks to me, I'm like, stop talking to me. Go die already. Different concept. I'm a victim of him raping me, or every time they would stand next to me, he would offend me. Like when he said that I wouldn't have a 40th birthday celebration because I would be married to his son and so, which hasn't never happened and won't ever happen. He's been targeting me since I was a child because Gloria Nirsa made a comment about his spandex, me salvé, gauging what is it that he needed or needs so he won't kill himself and won't kill the rest. El tipo es un bruto, no capta nunca. Fo. So seeking revenge for people that have given him so much in life. Ew, and all he does is take away. Ew. Él no compone nada en mi vida ni en la de su hijo o hija si tiene. Porque those are rape babies. Unless he planned them before. Stole my money. What was I gonna Google? What else? 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 They want me out of my apartment. That's why they get in the way of me receiving money. A ver si me voy a Haven for Hope. A ver si esta vez Rajana me besa las nalgas o no. A ver si me mato luego de estar un día en un homeless shelter y no tener privacidad. Pero por lo menos allí hay agua caliente. Para robarme el arte, para robarme mi madre en Smell It. Para robarme mi sofá. Para robarme my cookware. Para robarme mi cuchillo. Para robarme mi tostadora. El tipo es un puerco, una basura, una asquerosidad. Él le va a regalar la tostadora el Día de las Madres a Ginny Gendalir y decirle, gracias por tu ser mi calentura. Arlene nunca me dio un orgasmo. Aquí tienes una tostadora que le pertenece a Arlene, pero toma. ¿Así hacen todavía? Decades later after I stopped talking to them? They're even bigger and their words con excremento. You can decapitate Ginny Gendalir y son necesarios que se hace pasar por mí. You can decapitate my homies, what is the sons that rape me and steal my money and get in the way of everything. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I want food. I want food. Oh, CVS Energy. I owe money to them. That doesn't cancel me out from receiving money donated to me through a GoFundMe campaign. Él es un puerco siempre buscando excusas. Siempre buscando excusas. Para estar tratando de matar a la gente. Pues cuando yo digo que es un puerco, es puerco que ni los cerditos son tan puercos. For real, una basura, una asquerosidad. Ew, I want to go from this planet. What else? I'm sorry, I don't know. What do they deliver to this library? I'm not Bibliothèque West. San Antonio Public Library, the Carver Library. Oh, él no entiende lo que es live. Entonces él le molesta que Haven for Hope is still there, porque entonces él dice, pues entonces ya quiere ir para Haven for Hope. And people say, so is the White House there? Porque tú no piensas en grandeza para ella como ella piensa en ti en grandeza. He thinks to me, I don't know what he was going to drive, pero tenía BMW nuevo, Maserati. Y él me lo quita todo, Fo. Un puerco, una asquerosidad basura que es. Ew. You can decapitate me, honey, as far as the sons that rape me and steal my money and get in the way of me or save money. Ew. It's April 12, 2025. You can decapitate April, whatever her last name is. Y que de amor, bla, bla, bla. Oye, ella es una prostituta en Facebook. ¿Qué carajo me tiene que importar eso a mí? Él no es parte de mi vida. Nunca lo ha sido, nunca lo va a ser. Él está pensando a ver si coronavirus sale all over, like, a new thing otra vez. Él es tan bruto. No fucking way. Qué vergüenza da esto. O sea, quiere que yo deje publicar so that coronavirus comes out after I've talked about them publicly. Like, hello, how else is he gonna get his popularity content sometime? El tipo es un puerco. I know what testifying is in court. So I'm very comfortable in front of a camera always. As long as I'm not being raped. He recorded when he raped me with Jennifer Mari Vasquez. Él no se ha matado, porque no se mata todavía. Yo quiero que él se mate. Hoy. I won't pay him use water students sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of mercy and money, that cause females to rape me, to kill themselves today, April 12, 2025. I won't cry about it. I won't even find out. I don't attend funerals. What else? Oh, that's the Latina spunk people say. That's why he hates me. Porque he's like, ella no hace como la Carmencita en la telenovela que me vi like, maldita pobreza, este hombre era tan bueno conmigo. So I'm like, I'm shaking my tits. Whichever way I want to because I'm uncomfortable in this chair. And Latina poor doesn't behave that way, I've heard. Anyway, she wouldn't even know the English language to say chair. It's called a dialect, bruto. Doesn't mean that they're terrorists or not. It's called a dialect to some people. I have a language too. What else? What else? That's so Latina boy. I look gorgeous here with both of them. So pretty. What else? So, what other snack do we want? The library doesn't close until 6. I plan to clean my apartment because I'm heading from the library to my apartment and cleaning it, and then I'll head over to HEB and get water. What else? What else? What else? So I'll be live cleaning possibly today with music on my computer. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Anyways, if Edgar Munoz Carrero was married to someone that objected to he and I living together, where's my money so I can live independently? All those years. They want to try to get me to kill myself behind the scenes. They're like, but Edgar's married to us. And you're left aside having the baby mama. They don't know how to do relationships. They're lazy as fuck. And then they want to try to kill good people with, like, I'm more married to him than you, okay? Look at this video where we rape each other. Ew, 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 ew. I said when I went through that in my teens. I don't need to put myself through that ever again. The FBI already knows about it. The FBI already knows about his gimmick of fake profile pictures, fake profiles. Who is Maggie or Maggie Jotar from Slovenia? What else? What else? What else? Down to El Capitan. ¿Qué haces? My sibling enjoys that shit. My sibling is his ideal customer for this type of shit on Facebook. Pero her profile, Marilyn, has no pictures on it with Marilyn. So they're like doing that shit where like él es like, aquí estoy tirándome el pelo así, lo que novio. Or these could be real people and not just a coincidence. But it could be that he went on to create fake profiles. Ew, 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 ew. What else? 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 Where the block profiles? Entonces, Alicia like, but why is it that she isn't after Marino from Mayo? Did their parents read to them all little? Even if they did, they got it. They're so gross. They're disgusting. You can decapitate La Alicia San David Quiroz. You can decapitate Beatriz Nieves. You can decapitate La Glory B lookalike. Déjate como él me había amenazado con eso. Deja que yo busque a alguien que se va a parecer más india de India que tú. O se parece, así es como Glory B se ve. Does he pester people? Is that a real person? And he pays her so that occasionally she dresses like a Glory B lookalike. So I can see what Glory B would look as Indian. You can decapitate all these bitches. Ew, they stay in my home without my permission, steal my vehicles, get in the way of your saving money, and steal my money. They're disgusting. They're embarrassing as fuck. But because I never praise them on Facebook, like, you're the best friends ever. Because they aren't. I'm fine. It was a really a documentation at the time of what am I doing with Jada and Kilani. But I think of how do I kill you on self-defense for abusing her. Anyways, when did I cook this? I want to cook for myself again today. What else? What else? What else? I want to shop at Target today. Just maybe. What else? 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 Oh, entonces ahí él por fin me vio al lado del picnic. Y ahora la gente piensa que yo vendo droga. That's what they live for. Do they go around to people say, ¿verdad que alguien parece que vende droga? Ew, and he calls himself like a fuck buddy or husband or friend or cousin material. Es un leech, una basura, una asquerosidad. Do you hear my screams? Y él no le importa tres carajos y no me devuelve mi dinero because he's a rapist. So he was raping me on purpose in my bedroom decades ago. By bragging to Jimmy Jen, dale, dale, mamame el pene que se lo acabo de meter a ella. Possibly. I've heard they do that. Because my mother didn't take me to orgies where people get raped at my request. They would barge into my bedroom, rape me, and then dejar que alguien le lambiera el pene. A propósito, they're like, what does she taste like? She tastes very gross. Ew, 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 ew. Very dangerous, very gross. He killed thousands of people on 9/11, 2001 in revenge for me not having sex with him ever. Not worth my time ever. Let's give everybody. Oh, Uber Eats. I got this right. I want pizza from Southforest Pizza. What else? What else? What else? I'm looking forward to dancing again alone. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I miss that kid reading right next to me. What else? 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 I love his performances. I love his performances. But to me, he's the sweetest, most kindest, most loving, funny as fuck. Very creative, so is she. Man, I want to dance at Garden next week. ¿Dónde dice ahí que yo estoy loca? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I want to dance at Garden next week. Sometimes one dances alone next to strangers. What else? What else? La borrachina esa fue que se hace pasar por mí. Y yo me tomo alcohol así. Ew, stalker, stalker. Do people gas? And they're like, that's her stalker, Berenice Venegas. Or when is she gonna finally kill herself defense? People talk that for me. So lovely. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? They think that they're my best friends. Ew, no. And I shop at Target. What else? What else? I miss Dan, I miss King Honey. And I miss my heels. These are from Aldo. They're so and very comfortable. My favorite pair of shoes ever. What else? What else? It's such a good classic style too. And a plan for a lot of brands that don't have shoes. For one to mix in with outfits. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Lord. I'm bored. I love this. As Stitching King Lonnie was listening to music right next to me dancing. So cute. What else? 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 Only one vehicles I crashed. What? Our heaviness raped me, so I was like pretty stressed out. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I want to shop. I want to shop. And to the people on Facebook, yo ni como, no hago nada. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. How they're like, no, si ella no sabe bailar, no hace nada. Because they can't rape one, so they get mad and they say, ella no hace nada. Ew, very gross. What else? 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 I want to stay at a hotel today, then bathe and shower. What else? I need retail therapy that doesn't make me a shopaholic. Se reguindan de cualquier mierda de excusa. Para decir yo soy su terapista, yo la conozco mejor que nadie. And some people are like, girl, I don't know you, so you're gonna have to wait to see your actual behaviors because the leech talks about you in a way that doesn't make sense to me. It's like él te tiene de prisionera and now me tiene a mí de prisionera. Hearing him talk to me about you. What else? What else? What else? That's so cute. That's really cute. So I really don't. What else? 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 What other sector? I want you to use the restroom and get an apple. You can decapitate Luis Lorenzo that tried to rape me when I was 14. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez sons that raped me and steal my money and get in the mirrors and get in the way of me receiving money. When are you killing them in self-defense for me? For real. For real. I'm starving right now. And I don't have money for food. What else? 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 What is there to order from Uber Eats here? You can decapitate Jorge Aviles that raped me in 2016. You can decapitate Michael Norman that raped me in 2016. Esto no se resuelve with me suing them and getting money from them. No, they're dead. But that's how they treat me. Disposable. Not even like a one night stand, like disposable with everyone. Marilia Chavarria Gonzalez, Richie Hill, on my vagina before he raped possibly behind the scenes. Amarili Gonzalez Soto, possibly on my vagina full. They all wait for events like that. They're girls. They're like, ¿Cuándo será? ¿Será cuando te le des la viole? La viole. And I'm like, I'm here in the conversation, hearing you all. They're creepy as fuck. You can decapitate Marilis Gonzalez Soto. You can decapitate Marilis Echevarria Gonzalez. You can decapitate David Ledesma. You can decapitate Jorge Aviles. You can decapitate Michael Norman. You can decapitate Ginny Gendaliri Suarez. You can decapitate Marilu Lorenzo Sovedo. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez sons that rape me and steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money, trying to get a picture of my vagina. Esto es una falta de respeto hacia mí. Esta gente son un asco, una basura. Peor que un excremento. Fo. Ew, ew, ew. Ew. What else? What else? Ahora financially stable, plancha, jungle, planet, y Mohammed status misma. Quizás. I mean. Date players. What else? 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 I have an apple in my bag that I need to eat. I'm just looking because I'm tagging the FBI. in this pose. Gosh, that would have been nice if I could focus on what do I want. Okay. Oh, pose. Maybe. Brazil delivers no fucking way to this location. I forgot about this tidbit. Ideally off. That's not what I've had. The burger sounds good. I've had the Caesar salad. It's so good. It delivers here. Where am I at? Well, that is so like close by, but it feels far away. And also, they want to be like the hip girls that tell me, but Arlene, Nordstrom delivers the Carver Library. It's like, at least please put a little tidbit that I did something good for your life. Ew. Nothing ever. Nothing. Ew, 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 ew. I don't ever want him in my life. I don't ever want him in my life. I wouldn't know what to pick. Definitely not. That would be good. But if I had arrived earlier, I can have it delivered possibly to my apartment. Pepperoni mushroom pizza minus the pepperoni. I really want the Nordstrom burger, better that was salmon with the tweaks. The skirt steak. I want to cook for myself, but that looks good. The crab macaroni and cheese. The portobello mushroom ravioli is what I want. That goes well with spinach artichoke dip. Everything from here looks always so good, even if it's chicken. What else? 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 Oh, the chocolate brownie. Except I already had brownies earlier, so I would have creme brulee. Bottled water, I need like 4. I need like 4 of them. For that amount of food. And afterwards. What else? 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 So that would be good. I don't even know how much it is just yet. Oh, just a regular night or day for me. And I've never been taken out on a date. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Not right now with these options. Like there's a biscuit that one can add. Just that. You can give me money in person through PayPal. It's AR Blue Sky. Blue Sky Designs Go. En lo que estoy pensando, straight to my heart. Arlene Lorenzo Art Shop. INTAYIAFAY. I'm trying to shop. Why not financially stable? I plan to stitch and add my work to my website, arlenelorenzoart.com. Oh, so my vagina picture, they call it Lily's Closet too. Some people